Fantastic. They're good. So, good day, everyone, wherever it is you are joining us, whether you are joining me on Zoom or you are joining me on Zoom or YouTube, welcome to this Career Clarity session. So, what is a Career Clarity session? Fantastic. I'm going to need to mute this slide. Okay, great. So now, how does this work? How does this work? You may be asking, this is your first time here. So here is what we do. It's a career clarity session. What it means is we don't come here and start teaching and teaching and teaching. It doesn't work that way. It's a career clarity session. So it means that you come here with the challenges you may be facing in your current career, or you are trying to transit, or you are even just starting off. And I always teach you how to ask good questions, right? It is not just about saying, how do I get a job? Or, those are not good questions, because it's not it's an umbrella, it's a blanket question, things like that. So when I say ask good questions, it means that you are telling me, you are giving me information to work with. You don't just say, Ma, is it possible? How do I get a job? Is even still okay. You know, that kind of, is it possible for me to get employed from Nigeria? And I don't have any information about you. You did not tell me what you have done. And when I say what you have done, I do not mean the school you went to. There is no history whatsoever. Oh, I've done 1 year of internship. I was doing XYZ. I've done this. I was doing this thing. I'm recently out of school. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. I don't know your past. I don't know your present. I don't know the future you want to get to. And you're telling me, is it possible? I could just say yes or no, as in, what do you expect me to answer? I don't have a background about you. And by the way, if you are in this room and you've never taken the personality test, I will encourage you to go and do so now before you come and ask me any question here, right? Moina, please drop the link to 16 personalities in the comment section. Why? If you have watched my free video, at least up to the third video, I gave you that link. I encourage you to do it. Why? It will help you a lot in getting clarity about who you are. And that is where your clarity starts from, when you understand yourself. So when you are bringing questions to me, say, oh, I have done the personality test. When you want to type that question, make it a robust question. I have worked for 2 years in insurance. I studied marketing. Now I don't even think any of that interests me anymore. And I have seen someone say data analytics. I have done my personality test. I am XYZ personality test. Now, here is my this thing. I am torn between, oh, I have this limited budget to ensure that I'm upskilling myself. How do I distribute this limited budget in such a way that, how do I create a plan? That is a robust question, not is it possible? How will I know if it is possible? Like, that is not a good question. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help you frame your question. Or you tell me, Ma, I just want to ask, can I get a job? You can get a job. Everybody can get a job. It is not a question. Everybody can get a job. The question is what you have on your hand. So I need to know what you bring to the table before you ask me such question. Do we understand? Now, to kickstart the session, now I have told you the kind of question to ask. There was someone at the onboarding session of this thing yesterday. The last person that asked me a question, I think Benny from Benin, he asked it he said, oh, this is a personal question. When he asked that question, it helped me to deliver. I told him how I navigated that phase in my own life and how I arrived here. That is when you give somebody background information, they know. And when I say background, I did marketing, I have PhD in marketing, I have, please. That is not a good enough background. As in you've studied, everybody here that is listening to me have gone to one school or the other. That is why they can hear my English, they can read and write. Do you understand? So it means that all of us are in this room. We are on a level playing ground. Do you understand me? So your questions must be really is not easy. You must give me information to work with before I can help you. Do you understand me? Now that we are good, now what is this career clarity session? Why do we hold it? Why do I create time out of my busy schedule? By the way, I know how much people charge me, or rather how much I charge people per hour. There are some people that in this room that have worked with me one-on-one before. They know how much I charge. But if I create this time on 26th of the month at this day, it is because I know not everybody can pay for my one-on-one session to get clarity around what they do. Not because this information or the clarity I'm about to give you is free. It is not free. I am paying for the time out of my estate. Do you understand me? So please, because you know why I always say this at the beginning of my sessions, people think because when they come to a free session, the information there is not valuable. People pay me per hour to consult me, and I will give you the same level of clarity or like this thing. What I cannot give you on a clarity session, let's be clear. I can't give you skills on a clarity session. If you like attend 1001 clarity sessions, you can't gain skills here. If you need skills, please join a program. It's like you saying, I want to gain tailoring skills by going to listen to Vicky James talk about how she started her fashion career. Will it happen? You cannot gain skills on a clarity session. But can you get clear on what you are going to need to navigate the next phase of your life? Yes. But if you intend to gain skills, you would have to join a program. I'm not one of those that will say, come to clarity session. You will learn. How can you learn skill on a clarity session? It is a skill. It is learn and practice. How do you learn that on a clarity session? It is impossible. You need to join a program. Now, let's get started. So as you start to type your question, I like to give a bit of a short teaching distance between 15 minutes to 30 minutes in this clarity session. Why? So that it helps people think about what they want to ask and it helps them frame it better. Now, in today's topic, I would like to talk about what's really like, what should you, or what to take you from can I get a job to I know I can get a job. The question is now, which job exactly do I want? So if you're in this room and you're saying, can I get a remote job? Can I get a remote job? Can I get a remote? The thing I want to address today is the steps to take from can I get a remote job to like, oh, I want this specific remote job. And the only way somebody can get from can I get any job to can I get a specific remote job is by following the steps. And I'm going to need someone to be my secretary. As I'm mentioning the steps, you are going to be writing number 1, number 2, number 3. What are we talking about today? How you can move from can I get a job to can I get this, as in not can I want to get this specific job. The only thing that can help you get to that stage of confidence is because you now carry what you need to get that specific job. Now, let's start with from the beginning. Can I get a job? What do you think makes people ask, can I get a job? What do you think makes people ask, can I get a job? Why do we all need jobs? We need jobs because we want to earn. We want to live well. We want good life. We want all the things that comes with getting a job. It is not even like necessarily we want to do the work, but we need the money that comes from the work, right? That is what everybody is looking to. Now, and trust me, can I get a job is not necessarily a function of you don't have one right now. It is not. So some people is, can I get a remote job? So can I get a job that is hybrid? Can I get a job that is not as tasking as the one I currently have? Which is what 80% of my audience is. Most of them are actually, like I'm saying, with the question like, oh, I've been doing this thing for 15 years. I don't really want to do this thing again. I want to transit into something that is more, or I am guessing that they're going to phase out what I am doing. There are different reasons that somebody will be asking me, can I get a job? But at the end of the day, it is one goal that all of us are using to say we want to get a specific, oh, I want an international job. Why would you want an international job? It is because you already know it comes with certain perks. Oh, more money, more this, maybe relocation plans. You want it for different reasons. People come to us with different reasons. Whatever reason, the reasons are valid. But the thing is, no one that is in that position should be asking, can I get a job? If you truly have what they need. Now, We've defined what can make you. The first thing I said is what are the reasons of that can be making you cannot get a specific kind of job, as in cannot get a job. Now, after the reasons that has been defined, let's go to the next thing. The question you're now asking is how. The next question people, apart from can, is now how do I get a job? How do I get the job? After can I, we tell them, yes, now you can, because I get this line of conversation in our inbox. Yes, now you can answer, Ma, please, so how do I do it? Now, let's talk about the how. The how is always, I always say, please, let's be practical with ourselves. If you have a job to advertise for an house or a domestic staff in your house, because I always say, all of us want to get a certain kind of job, and you're asking how. If you were to advertise for a domestic staff to work with you in your house, let's say you need a housekeeper, what do you think you will do first? What will you do first? You probably, when you put out an advert, housekeeper needed, maybe in front of your gate, is that not what you will do? Housekeeper needed, or you tell someone, please, I'm looking for housekeeper or something like that. You ask that person. After the person say, okay, say, what do you now start telling the person? Please, oh, I don't want a housekeeper that is too old. I don't want the one that has family issues. Why do you think you are giving all those things? They are called criteria, meaning that you are setting a standard for the kind of person you want. Abi, why are you setting that standard for the kind of person you want? It is probably because of your past experience, right? It is because of your past experience. Maybe in the past, you've employed an housekeeper that is old, that will come to work every day and be sleeping. Or you've employed the one that has family problem, that every day she will tell you her father died, her mother died, her sister-in-law died. No, like, do you understand? It is your life experiences or whatever it is that's informed you saying, this is the type of person I want. Why are you doing that? It is because you already know what is good for you, right? Why did I paint this picture? You are always saying, please, I want a job, oh, I want a job, I want this job, I want this job. But you never stop to think, the person that put out the job adverts, what do they want that person to have? If you can reverse the roles and think about it, then your question will move from how do I get a job to how do I have what the employer wants me to have? That's it. If you can put yourself in that situation of the employer, because anybody that is advertising for a job needs the job to be done. Nobody wants to part with money if they cannot part, like if they can help it. Your employer does not want to part with money. The only reason that is making them part with money is because they have a pain. The only reason you want to employ an housekeeper is because your house is dirty. You need someone to cook for you. So you now start putting out things like, please, oh, I need a housekeeper who is not too old, who is not this. You now say, please, the person must know how to cook. The person must not live far away from me. You are seeing all the criteria you are setting for housekeeper. The person must not live far away from me. The person must know how to speak English so that they can at least speak to my children. The person must, you will list all those things, even if you don't write it on paper, but you have a mental note of it, don't you? You have a mental note of it. So when they bring somebody that you are, no, this person is dirty, this person is, do you understand? You will have all those things in your head, even if you don't write it down, but it is in your head. Am I right or wrong? You have it in your head. Now you have it for your domestic staff. I'm sure you will not even say, if the person can drive, your housekeeper is an added advantage. Why? Because you are thinking in your head, maybe I will send this person to go and do school runs for me in the afternoon. You will now say, if the person can drive, is an added advantage. Oh, if this person has worked with someone that has children before, it's an added advantage, but it's not compulsory. I'm sure you are saying all that in your mind, right? Now you settle down. But when it is now your turn to go and find remote work, you forget about it. So the next thing we are addressing, we've addressed this, we're addressing how. So instead of saying, how can I get a job? What should you be saying? It is, how can I have what the employer I want to hire me? How can I have what he or she needs? It should never, anybody that has attended my clearing session should never say, how can I get a remote job? How can I get an international job? I'll say, sis, turn the question around. Think from the perspective of the employer and say, how can I have what this employer wants me to have? Now, are we following? Are you following me? If you can now think about it, what do you think the next thing should be? Now, let's assume all of us are not asking how can we get a job again. No, nobody here should be asking me that. It is now a question of how can I have what the employer wants me to have? I'm sure the next, what do you think the next question will now be? The third question, what do you think the next question will now be? What does the employer need me to have? How do I know what the employer needs me to have? The first thing we address in this thing is what? The several reasons somebody wants a type of job, most likely a remote job, an international remote job. The second reason will now, or after we address that one, the various reasons, flexibility, and trust me, I cannot even lie. I've worked internationally remotely twice. The money is good. The flexibility is good. The perks of having diversity is good. Like it is good. I cannot even lie to you. Do you understand? So it is justified for somebody to want it really bad. Reasons, we address reasons. Second thing we address, how can I get a job? It has now gone to how can I have what the employer wants. Now we have now come to the third step, which is what? How do I know what the employer wants? The first thing I always tell people to do is this. Please, it is not hard though. My choice platform for understanding what the employer needs of me is the largest professional network, LinkedIn. Let me see. This is not my laptop. I'm using Aisha's laptop. I don't know if this will work because I'm not sure she has LinkedIn logged in here. I would like to share my screen, right? Oh, LinkedIn is not logged in on this system. It's a shame. Let me see if I can log in with my, hopefully it works. I don't want to log in with this. I want to log in with something else. So I'm going to continue talking while I'm trying to log in. So here is what I'm going to say. The largest professional network, LinkedIn, is your go-to place to what? To find out what, because most likely, if I ask now, how many of you want international remote work? If I say, please, if you want international remote work, type A in the comment section. I want to see how many people. Do you understand? Whether it's even in local or international remote work, you want to work remotely, type A in the comment section. Type A in the comment section. Okay. So we all agree that there are quite a number of people who are interested in this, right? So you are interested in this and you are now asking yourself, how will I know? He said you now go to LinkedIn to what? To find such jobs. We go to LinkedIn to what? To find such jobs. Why LinkedIn? It is the largest professional network there is. The largest what? Professional network there is. And about 58 million company profiles exist on that platform. 58 million company profiles exist on that what? Platform. What this simply means is those companies are looking for buyers from everywhere. And they are now willing to say, I need great talent, yada, yada, yada. I want to get this person. So if I were you, I would go there and say, okay, let us what? Let us see what they are asking me. Now, even if I can't log into this, okay, even if I can't log into this yet, I'll keep trying. When you find such jobs, based on my, because I've been working with professionals to build their LinkedIn profile, maybe for over 4 years now, right? Teaching them how to build their LinkedIn profile, one-on-one or in groups. I've worked with hundreds of professionals, even before I started SFW, way, way ahead. So if you go online to my Instagram, you find Aderin Adekoju. What I teach on that page is different from what I teach on iTrain Africa because I only work with professionals with experience on that page. Now, in my experience of teaching them and going through all this, there are some commonalities amongst all these jobs. What do I say? There are some commonalities. Even if each job, it doesn't, you know, and I've worked with people like professionals from maybe over 27 different titles, like professional titles, like over 27 from 4 continents. So I have seen a lot. I have seen a lot. But one thing keeps appearing in the common rules, like as what is required by each of those employers. What is that common thing that I don't care if you are here, you are experienced, you are an HR, you are this thing. So far, your goal is that remote thing. There's a commonality. And that commonality is what they refer to as what? Soft skills. I know that is very vague. When people say soft skills, it's very vague. When I say very vague, meaning that they just keep saying it, okay. The next question that always leads to what exactly is this soft skill? You can see the way I'm arranging this in the process. From your reason to how can I, after you change from how can I to how can I have what the employer have, you will now go to what? What exactly does the employer want? You now, as in, or where can I know what the employer wants? And now lead you to what? LinkedIn. You go to the LinkedIn, go to the top and this if you have a LinkedIn page, go to jobs, type any type of job you are looking for. Use the filter, do the remote. If you don't know how to do this thing, go and watch my free video. I showed you how to do it in that thing, right? After you now do that, you will now do what? You will now see the jobs. When you see the jobs, what is common to both of them is what? Is soft skills. Did I say both? All of them is soft skills. So far, it is what? A remote job. Now, because of this thing, this remote job soft skill, must not be saying, why are all of them asking for soft skills? Or what exactly are these soft skills? I always say, see, the one you know is what? Project management, doctor, lawyer, everything. That is not a soft skill. It is a what? Hard skill, meaning the one that gives you title. They will call you project manager, doctor, lawyer, engineer, all those things is the hard skill, which is common and easy to acquire. It is easy to acquire. If you want to be a digital marketer, you start to say, okay, let me just quickly learn how to set up Facebook ads. In weeks, you'll be done. The problem with soft skill is it takes experience on jobs. And I do not just mean jobs. Experience on whether it is volunteering, internship, job, work, community service. It takes your experience in life, executing tasks, like experience executing tasks, various tasks across various industries to really say you have the soft skills that is needed to work in that kind of climate. So the question is always, and when I say across different places, and I meant it, they would expect you to have the soft skills that is applicable in the academia, in the entrepreneurship, in the professional world, and in the freelancing world, in one person. Because why? There are a bit of things from here and there. I wish I could get into my LinkedIn. Aisha, are you done with that laptop, please? Log into this Zoom for me and bring it. I need to get onto my LinkedIn so that I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. So it means that by the time you see all these jobs, you'll be saying, please, we need you to be able to work in the digital space. We need you to be able to connect with, they will not say Microsoft, all those ones are so stale. It is now like we need to be able to work with collaborative work tools. We need to be able to schedule meetings for a role that nothing concern, like you are applying for what? Insurance, you're applying for accountants, you're applying for sales manager, you're applying for whatever it is you're applying for. But by the time you now start getting to the lower part of that job description, you will now start seeing you must be able to work on collaborative work tools such as Miro. You must be able to carry out design and do presentation. You must be able to have calendar this thing and schedule Calendly. You must be able to do this thing, and you are saying, what is all this? All the tools they've mentioned, from Calendly to Miro to Teams to this thing, you have no idea what they are. Not now talk of knowing how to use them for the work they want you to do. And that is where most people, log out. The moment they start to see that job description, they log out. It is either the person says you must have soft skill, or they start to mention certain things, digital tools that you've never heard of. Then you'll be like, it is not my type that should be applying for this job. You log out. And that is where I always ask people, did they tell you that the people that know how to use this thing has 2 heads? Do they look different? They don't look different. What is the difference between you and that person? Because those job descriptions always have like number 1 to 15. So from the number 6 is when you start saying demonstrating soft skill, all the things. The number 1 to 5 is what will be asking you about the main job of, okay, let's say they want to employ you as a project manager. They will say, you must be proficient in organizing, you must be able to use from number 6. You will start to see your ability to use collaborative this thing. We're able to chart a project, to do Gantt charts, your clinical to use Slack to communicate deliverables. You start telling you all the things that even in the project management course that you registered for on that other platform, they did not teach you. Because why? It is not a technical skill. It is a transferable skill set that people carry from job to job. So you can take this one off camera. Okay, great. So now that we have that understanding of all the things they will now start, what? Asking you from number 6 to number 15. are the things that it does not matter what industry that you are. The next question is now always, Doc, okay, I've heard the Coursera, the whatever it is that you took as certification did not teach you. School did not teach you. The job you've done locally in your country for 5 years has never used Miro, Calendly, and all those things. The next question you should now be asking yourself is, how do I fill that gap? And the only reason we establish SFW is to fill that gap. Because I have seen a lot of people in Africa that they will come to me with 10, 15 years of experience and they cannot work internationally. Why? They have the knowledge, the skill set in their technicality, in their specialty. They cannot have the skills to use that thing to now work remotely. So they are limited by their lack of soft skills. But that soft skills or all those other things, I don't call it soft skills, I call it workplace foundational skills, aka remote worker skills, is what I call it. And I always say something, technology has now made this so bad for us that there was a time that soft skills used to be like, you must know how to lead people, you must have negotiation, you must have this. It stopped being that. It stopped being all those negotiation and all those things I used to know and read online. Now, your soft skills has to do with, can you even create structure? Daily planners. Can you plan meetings for calendar? Can you join Zoom meeting? Can you join Teams? It's now moved from only the traits and attributes, like can you negotiate, to can you use digital tools? Digital tools is no more optional. You cannot tell me you want to work remotely and you do not know your way around digital tools. From the tools that will help you create designs, the tools that will help you collaborate, the tools that will help you plan, the generative AI, all the Gemini, and it is now a requirement in every field. Ability to do research with generative AI, to prompt AI, is now a requirement. It is now a soft skill. And the worst part, or at least it is not a good thing for you if you are here, is that all those things, there never used to be a curriculum that packs those different small things into one umbrella and said, okay, this is everything you need to know to be able to fit into that world. Because like I said, it's a bit of knowledge from here and there and there and there that makes a worker complete to be able to do that kind of job, aside the technical one they already know that will help them, so technical skills is always about what you know. Oh, I know how to do project management. I know how to give people injection as a nurse. I know how to do lawyering. That is what you know. How you work, how you deliver the work is soft skills or workplace foundational skills. Now, that's the teaching I want to do for today. Because the next question is now, I understand. What do I do? Which program do I take to address this, my shorts, like that gap I know I currently have? I always tell everybody that I see that cares to listen. If you've never been on my workplace foundational skills program, it is a loss for you, because I can categorically tell you for free, that program does not exist anywhere else. That curriculum does not exist in any other place. And you know why? I did that curriculum development across 3 years after gaining over 13 years of experience in the academia, entrepreneurship, professionally. So if you find someone that teaches you that is at a cross-section of various industries and has worked internationally, it will be hard. And if you find such a person, their delivery will not match me. And that is just the truth. If you've ever taken my program, I'm sure you can agree to that. Now, your questions. Let's take questions. Where is the chat box? Where's the chat box? That's what I'm teaching for today. We are now going to, I changed laptop. So Aisha, are there chats in that thing that I gave you? Are there questions? Because I can't. You said great job. Yeah, thank you. That's all. We don't teach for too long in clarity sessions. I always like to explain how work and all those things work so that when they start to ask a question, you have a bit of clarity first before you start asking the questions that are now peculiar to you. If I get that kind of question again, how do I get job? I will chase someone out of this clarity session now if I get, because that is what I've just used the last 30 minutes to explain, okay? So I do not expect to say, because I already explained it stepwise from your reason to you asking how do I get a job to you converting into how can I have what the employer has? And I gave you a perfect example of housekeeper. And I moved on from where after you have asked, how can I have what the employer has? And I said, what exactly does the employer need? I now told you that LinkedIn is a place to go and check for your own kind of job, what the employer needs. When you now finish checking it, you will now see that there is a commonality for every job that you find on LinkedIn. And I said, when you now see that commonality, you now notice that it is a what? He said you deliver excellently. I feel so much. And yeah, I'm a good teacher, even if I say so myself. And I've taught at the university. No, it is not because I've taught at the university. I've been a good teacher before I started teaching at the university. There is someone that's there's this woman, she's Ghanaian. She's a trainer. No, let me refine that. She's a World Bank master trainer. What does that mean? She's trained by World Bank to train trainers. Do you understand? She's trained by World Bank to train trainers. So she was the one that first gave me that very great experience of facilitating learning in the 21st century. After I got that and I watched her in person deliver that kind of world-class training. Then I moved on to start teaching at the university, implementing what she did. Then I now moved on to pay for an online course of $700 to learn how to train online. So yes, apart from the fact that I'm gifted at teaching, I have gotten experience, knowledge, and skills at teaching. My ability to teach is not just a gift, it is intentional. Do you understand? So I have to leave the meeting now. We'll find the remainder of the meeting on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm looking for how do you align your technical skills to work globally as in acquiring the needed, how do you align your technical skills to work globally as in acquiring the needed digital skills? I'm struggling to get this question. So Zainab, I'm assuming you already have a technical skill. You already have a technical skill, whether you're a project manager, you have something like you already have a technical skill, right? If that is the case, you now say, how do you align that skill to work globally? Let me share my screen with you so you understand what I'm saying. There is no skill. I don't even think there is no skill. Like there's absolutely no skill that you cannot use to work globally. Do you know what I work globally? The first time I worked globally, it was as a design lead. Then the second time I was doing program coordination and facilitating trainings. So it means if you are a teacher, so technically I'm a teacher, I'm an educator. I used it to get into a program coordination role that my primary role was to educate our local facilitators. So even as a teacher, you can work globally, just so we are clear. So there is no, when people start to tell me, go and do cybersecurity, go and do data analysis, go and do, there is no role, absolutely no role you cannot do internationally. The differentiator is always in the soft skill. Just so we are clear. There's absolutely no role you cannot do internationally. It like you can drop whatever it is you have right now, whatever technical title you have, project manager, accountant, drop any title you have in the comment section. I will search for the job for you now. So it is never for the lack of the job. It is never. There is absolutely no job you search for on LinkedIn that you will not find. Absolutely none that you will not find. So it is not for lack. It is for your lack of the skills that they need you to have. Do you understand me? It is not for lack of the job. YouTube handle is iTrain Africa. So I'm going to take this accountant, like anything. I always say it is not for your lack of technical skill. People knew they will first hold their money and not acquire any technical skill. They will go and get soft skills first before they go and acquire any technical skill, because the jobs are there. You see this my LinkedIn homepage. I click on this place, jobs. That thing that you gave me now, accountant, I type it. And I type any state I want, European, United States, I type anything. You see it? How many are you seeing on my screen? 36,000 open jobs in the United States. If I say I want one of these remote jobs or something, I come here. You see this thing? I sure I want only remotes. How many jobs will still exist? 4,000. And I say, okay, I want entry-level job as a remote job because I'm an entry-level person. How many am I still seeing? 337. It is never for lack. I would say it is because you are not employable, because you do not yet possess what the employer needs. So when people say there's no employment, I say, people are not employable. There is a difference. There's no employment, meaning there are no jobs. There are jobs. The question is, there are no people to do the jobs. There are no skilled people to do the jobs. Yes, we teach it. That is what we cover on the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. So whenever people ask me what is Workplace Foundational Skills Program, I always tell them, I don't care what you are. When I say what you are, meaning I don't care the title you carry. You need workplace foundational skills. That is what I spent between 2021 and 2024 creating. Refining the curriculum to ensure that it covers what, because I had looked at, I was working with professionals since 2020 on LinkedIn. For every job we open, there is a commonality. What are they asking this person for? Apart from the regular accounts, as if the person is an accountant, they will ask them for a certain set of skills. If the person is a lawyer, they will ask them. If the person is a doctor, they will ask them for a certain set. But the remaining ones are the under. What were the common things they were always asking everybody? It is workplace foundational skills. And that is what I now did and put in WFS. And when I first sold this thing to people, they paid me 300,000 naira. You must be wondering what made me subsidize it to the ridiculous amount it is now. Two things. In December, there's a copper that came to work with me. His name is Toby. I set a price for this when we were going to launch it in February. If you had clicked on that link on the very first day, it was reading 200,000 naira. Then the following day, I asked Toby, I said, Toby, how much are you earning as copper? He said 35,000. I said, okay. Then my friend Amara called me, said, I don't even know if she's in this meeting. She said, Deary, I feel like this is your major impact for you. She said, I don't mind if you charge more for your technical program, but you see this one, that everybody needs it, irrespective of what they are. Let's set it at the Nigerian minimum wage. And that was why I changed the price. And I called my assistant. I said, Aisha, change that price. And that's what we did. I said, let's subsidize it for as long as we can until we can no longer sustain the subsidy. Then we change it. And that is how we set the price. If you ask Ghania, the Ghania video you saw, ask her how much she paid me for it. It was 300,000 naira. So whenever people come and I be like, you have no idea, absolutely no idea what I'm giving you, because it is dash. It is practically dash at that price. Is there anybody here who has been on my WFS, my Workplace Foundational Skills Program? Who is in this meeting? Are you here? Anybody here? So I did for accountant. Let me do for auditor. Is there anybody here who has been on my WFS? That's Workplace Foundational Skills Program. Batch 1 to 3 or batch 1 to 4 and everything like that. Procurement specialist. You see, I'm showing you now with all these filters, entry-level remotes. I'm sure if I remove all those filters, there will be more. Procurement specialist, you see? Sales personnel. I'll show you sales personnel. It doesn't matter. So when people say, I've gotten it. Now she has shown me how to search for jobs on LinkedIn. I said, searching for jobs on LinkedIn is public knowledge. You will even see the amounts they are going to pay you. Do you understand me? You will see the amount they are going to pay you. This one, $160,000. This one, $150,000 per annum. You will see the amounts. You will see everything. This one is not easy. It's public knowledge. The challenge is always, do you have what they are asking you to have? No. How can you transition from 9 to 5 to a fully remote, well-paying job? Zainab, how can you deliver what the employer that wants to make you work remotely for him or her? How can you deliver what they want? I always tell people, somebody giving you a job can never be a favor to you. Nobody gives you a job on charity. You must be delivering value. When you say a well-paying, meaning that the value you bring to the table must be equivalent to that well-paying. Zainab, what value are you proposing to your employer? All the collaborative work tools from Calendly to Miro, do you even know they exist? If you know they exist, can you use it to work? Have you used it to work before? If you can answer that question. So you transitioning from a 9 to 5 means that you have technical skill in something. You are proficient at something, meaning accountants, you are something. The question is, have you done remote work before? Do you know the tools to do the remote work? Have you practically done it on the projects? Because those are the questions they will ask you at the interview. Should you even get in the door? They will ask you, if you're working collaboratively on a team, in a sprint, and you are looking at them, you don't even know what a sprint is. You don't even know the terminologies. So transitioning on my GOP program for experienced professionals, here is what I recommend to them. If they are transitioning, experienced professionals, if you're an experienced professional as Zainab, my advice, join GOP. You need to combine GOP with WFS. WFS is Workplace Foundational Skills Program. It is currently subsidized at $40. GOP is $320. That is $268,750 and all. And no, even if you have your money, you have to apply for GOP. GOP is an application-based program. Why? We need people to apply for it for us to be sure that what we are teaching them in that framework is going to work for them. It's for experienced professionals, academics, or founders only. GOP. What is GOP? Global Opportunities, meaning that we teach them how to use the experience they already have to attract opportunities to themselves. Do you understand? That is what we teach them. But Workplace Foundational Skills Program is where we teach everybody. When I say entrepreneurs, professionals, freelancers, everybody, the skills they need to deliver on the remote work. Do you understand? We upskill them. Whereas GOP is how we now teach them to attract those opportunities to themselves. So WFS, if you are finding information on WFS, just type itrainafrica.com itrainafrica.com skilled for work, informational. Oh no. iTrain Africa, skilled for work. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to look for that link. iTrain Africa, Skilled for, we can go to Skilled for Work, or if you are just looking for information about the program, my advice, go to Skilled for Work informational, just type it, informational, Skilled for Work informational. You'll find all you need about the WFS program. This is what you are going to see. Skilled for Work, iTrainAfrica.com, Skilled for Work informational. All you need to know about the program is there. Can you see that? So this was Hope. Like I said to that experienced person, when Hope dropped us this testimonial 2 weeks ago, I think I told the story of Hope on our social media channel. Hope came to us in March, experienced professional. She wants to upskill to be able to deliver remote work, and she wants to be able to attract the opportunities to herself. It's a two-way thing. Getting the skills needed for the work, then attracting this thing. So because she was an experienced professional, I recommended two things. I said, you need the skills and you need the framework that will teach you how to attract the opportunities, because she was experienced. So she started with WFS and she paid for GOP. So unlike WFS that we do in such a way that until your batch starts, we don't give you access to the learning on the course. So like the next batch of WFS, that is Workplace Foundational Skills Program, is starting in August. So we don't give you access to the course. But for GOP, for experienced professionals, number one, because they are experienced professionals, they don't really have time on their hands. And number two, what I teach on the GOP is a framework that needs time to implement. Zainab, to your question, which I was trying to answer. So for instance, on the GOP, when they need to transition, especially when they are transitioning from, like, they've worked, let's say somebody has worked for as an HR personnel. Now they want to move into project management, maybe because they are relocating out of their country, or they are just tired of HR. They want to do project management that they can do remotely, anything, right? So we always say, of course, you already have certain work experience, but that experience may not be relevant in where you want to go to. So the question I always tell them is, you have an advantage. You have delivered results on your current job. You have delivered tasks on your current job. So you are better off than someone that is just starting from the beginning. But then you are still a beginner in that new field. So I always encourage them that what I need you to do is, if you can learn the skill of what you want to go and do, let's say you want to get into project management, learn the skill of it. Because you have worked before in a different field, you are probably faster to learn, as in to understand how work works. And I say, get the remote workers program, that is a WFS, which you cannot find somewhere else. You can find project management, any technical skill, all those project management, you can find it somewhere else. Do you understand? I'm just saying, but the WFS, that is the skills you need to work remote, you can't find it gathered in the way I've gathered it. Now, you need that particular program to upskill for the kind of work you want to do, which is remote work. Now, I will now say, while you are upskilling, find a person that will give you the project to do free of charge, as in you will deliver that project free of charge to that person. I always say, volunteer your time, money, and resources to deliver. And what is an example? This is the exact thing I tell people on my GOP program that are looking for clarity. I always say, now, which is why I always say, some people, when they come to GOP, their results takes time because they are transiting. So the time it will take them to study what I'm teaching them, and then take this advice that I'm giving you to go and deliver a project, and it works. Ivie, who is the product manager, the product facilitator at the technical school, Ivie Osobase, that was how she started her journey with me in 2021. She came on my PPP framework. She even paid me one-on-one then to work one-on-one. I really do not take one-on-one anymore because it's time for, even if they are paying me millions, it's just a lot of work for me to do. I don't really have that luxury of time. Now, that is how she started. When she came to work with me, she came with, Jerry, I have 12 years of work experience. I did a course on something Harvard and digital marketing. I did, and when she said, Madam, where is the experience you have? She was trying to transit into agile, this thing. Where is the experience you have around this thing after you have done all these certifications and everything? I said, I'm just trying to say, I said, don't try to tell me anything. No one is going to hire you because you say you have 12 experience that is not relevant to the job that they want to hire you for. So we will need to come back and retrace our steps. You say this one that you say you have learned. What I can do for you, because me and Ivy go way back to secondary school, what I can do for you, then I had the project, the Global Mentorship Conference. I said, you will use your experience and expertise in the job you already did to deliver marketing for me on this particular thing while you are also doubling up as projects person. So she was using the project GMC 2021 to execute what she had learned, while also offering me value because she had 12 years of experience around marketing campaigns. So she delivered it as a marketing campaign and a project. And that was how she was able to take that thing, write out her SOP to the school in Australia, got the scholarship, then transited into Agile coaching in 2021. I always tell people, it is not about the number of MBAs you are packing. What do they want you to have? Relevant experience, which you can get through volunteering, internship, work, community service, soft skills, that is workplace foundational skills, all the small things. If you are asking me what is in my soft skills program, please, all you need to do, go to my website, itrainafrica.com. Go to itrainafrica.com, click on courses. Give me 1 minute. itrainafrica.com, that's all, itrainafrica.com. itrainafrica.com. Yeah, click on courses. This, go to courses. If you want to, I say, what exactly is here? You can even take the module 1 of the course for free. You can take the module 1 for free if you want. You see this thing? Go there. Just go there. This thing, go there. Click on it. Free workplace foundational skills program. The free one. Click it. itrainafrica.com. Click on courses. Click it. If you click this thing, you will see these 6 lessons is there. You can go and start. It is from module 2 that you cannot gain access. But you will see, if you click all these things up to module 7, you will see all the things we are teaching you. And no, I don't hide my curriculum. Why? Somebody can choose to go and say, okay, this is what they will teach. Let me go and find it on Google. Let me find it on YouTube. Of course, will you find the knowledge on YouTube? Yes. Will you find the skills? No. Because what I am teaching you is the skills. There's a lot of information and knowledge out there. You will find it. But you won't know how to use it to do work still. Do you understand me? So that's the difference. So I don't hide my curriculum. You can go ahead and go and start browsing it one by one. We can decide to change it. It is a subsidy. It is not even I don't do discounts. It is subsidized. Do you understand? It is subsidized. It is not discounts. We can decide to lift the subsidy. It's like when Nigerian government decide to lift fuel subsidy. Are they discounting it? They're not discounting it. They are using money to compensate what you are not paying. The day we decide to lift our subsidy, we lift it. Do you understand? What you are interested in learning from me is my level of confidence. Israel, Ola, are you an experienced professional? If you want to learn that, join GOP. You will understand what I'm saying. In the workshops of GOP, I think workshop 4, where I'm teaching them how to maximize opportunities. One of the things I coach them on is how to look Oyibo in the face like this and be demanding. Like the way I jack up. If you want to understand, go to my Adering Saladu Adepoju Instagram page. Go and see what Ivy said. You know, like the first thing during walkthon, when she walked on me in 2021, was my confidence level. I said, look, ask the people that have been in my SFW program. They will tell you, now they have the confidence to actually even go and say, this one, I know it now. Why? I always say sometimes, when you do not know what they are asking of you as an African, you may know it. but you don't even know you know it because they've used English to package it. How many of you will not even know what exactly they are? When they say you must have soft skill, when you do not even know what the problem is, you do not even know what they are asking of you. So you don't even know whether you know it. And that is part of what I first explained. You see, this first lesson is about this module 1 is a clarity module. You first need to understand what you need before you start learning what you need. If you don't understand it, what you need, how it eventually plays a part in your employability journey, even after you have gained the skills, you will still not be able to defend this because you do not know how it plays in your journey. Now, let me take more questions. This session is recorded, it's on YouTube. Please, you teach these skills. Yes, we teach it. I've showed you. This is the particular course I'm talking about. This particular course right now. This is the subsidy as at today. Like I always say, any day we decide to remove it, to remove the subsidy, or we increase it from 75 to maybe 50, as in minimize the amount of subsidy that is there. I'm a graduate of agricultural economics, work in a mortgage bank for 12 years. I'm planning to acquire technical skills like data analysis. I just want to have a career. You cannot be saying this, Bill Case. You cannot have worked for 12 years and still be saying this. You just want to have a career. I always tell people that it is when you are young, you should be doing anything. At this age, you are better have clarity about what you want to do for the rest of your life. Please go to this page. In fact, I will drop the link. Where is that thing? This place. Let me drop the link for you in the comment section. Go and take the module 1 of the course. Go and get clarity. This is what I did in 2019 that made my life started accelerating from 2020. Go and get clarity about what you want to do for the rest of your life. They say something in Yoruba that if you cannot use old age to read or something and you still be doing rubbish, you cannot just acquire anything. Do you know how many people? Let me show you. Maybe the beginning of this page. Do you know how many people have taken data analysis, cybersecurity? Let me find it. I don't know. Maybe testimonial is not here. If I go and find myself on Google, find iTrain Africa on Google, like just Google iTrain Africa, right? Find us on Google. Here, go to our review session so you understand what I'm saying. Do you know how many people will drop review for me, be saying, I did data analysis. This is it. Jumping from pillar to posts. Jumping from what? Pillar to post, doing everything because they heard somebody is doing data analysis. They heard somebody is doing this thing. I am a teacher that helps you get clarity first. Clarity first. You cannot be using old age to switch careers and still be doing what you are not certain about. Do you know when I switched careers? 2020, when I started iTrain Africa. I was already teaching at university when I switched careers. But I was crystal clear about where I was going. And I created a 3-year roadmap for it. You cannot be following crowd at old age. You must be crystal clear about what you are doing, why you are doing it, and the roadmap that will take you there. Which is why I said you may need to, if you're an experienced person, please go and join GOP. In the beginning part of, if you're asking what is GOP, please just find this thing. You go and read. In the beginning part of GOP, iTrainAfrica.com LinkedIn offer. Give me a minute. In the beginning part of GOP as an experienced professional, the first thing I make you do is life clarity. Life clarity. Like, you must do it. So that when you are coming to build a profile that will attract opportunity, you are not looking scattered here and there. You cannot be looking scattered. Like, you cannot be an experienced professional and you are looking like you are confused. I see a lot of people. Why did I say you go to a Google review? Where is that thing? Where is iTrain Africa Google page? What am I clicking? Safe. I don't know. I'm trying to find our Google whatever. This is it now. iTrain Africa. our Google. Okay, this is not, I'm checking it from, I'm sure I'm wondering why I'm not seeing it. It's the reviews I was looking for. Where is the review? 91 Google review. It's the review I was looking for. I'm looking for, there was this person that said, it is this person I was looking for. She said, I discovered IT Africa Academy while I was struggling to leverage my career switch after taking several IT courses, including business analysis, project management, digital marketing. Taking the next one felt daunting, but my experience at IT Africa for Work Academy exceeded my expectation. See, I have several people like this in the academy. They have taken 3 different things that people think are raining things, raining technical skill. They cannot still move forward. Don't do it. It will not lead you anywhere. I can tell you for free. Do you understand me? This is what people pay me per hour, 107,500 to speak to me about. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go and take that personality test. Watch module 1 of this thing. If you can even watch module 1 and not pay and go. Like, at least you have clarity about exactly where you're going. I think I dropped that link of the course. This thing, then where is the LinkedIn of I was trying to find for someone? Okay, this is the LinkedIn page. I mean the GOP page. You can find this if you're an experienced professional. The next batch we are starting is July 19. But when I say batch, we give them the courses immediately. I always say it. Why? They need to implement before they come to the support. The support starts on July 19. It's a 6-week support program. They need to take the courses before they come. There are 2 courses in that program, right? There are 2 courses in this program. They need to study the courses before they come. It is not like the BFS. They need to study the courses before they come, and they need to apply for it. So in case you land on this page, you need to fill this form. Can you see this application form? You need to fill it. In case you are, please don't fill it if you are not an experienced professional. We will disapprove your application. Like, we would disapprove. We looked at the application last week. Like, for 10 people, we disapproved 2 people. Don't bother. If you are not an experienced professional academic or founder, we don't take beginners like into that program. But I'm just telling you that when Hope came with our own thing like that, where is this Hope here? When she dropped that Google review, that was what we told her. I said, Hope, you need 2 things. You need to upskill, and you need to learn how to attract opportunities. Use WFS to upskill, use GOP to attract. And that was what she did before she dropped us this testimonial. The program has not started. Hope is joining batch 7. The batch starts in July 19 for GOP. She has not started support. She went to study and implement. So let me take other people's questions. So you can, Israel, or like if you're an experienced professional, join GOP. You understand what I'm saying? In the workshop, I teach them how to build confidence. Like, you will look them. I wish I could find a screenshot of my reply to somebody in GOP 4 or GOP 5 group. I can't remember. After she came on the program, she was going to attract something. No, she was going to. She attracted an international interview in the academic sector. She was looking for a postdoctoral or something like that. Then she told me she had gotten an interview. Then she was like, there are things you should look out for. She's scared. I said, if you see the epistle I wrote, this is what you should do. She was like, oh, wow. I said, yes, sir. When you are in an international interview, when you don't look Oyibo, when you don't look them in the eye, they think you are lying. But in Africa, it is a courtesy to not look people in the eye. Like, we don't look people in the eye. In other clients, it is not courtesy. It comes across that you are lying. So those are all the nuances I teach people on the GOP. Small things, nuances, cultural nuances. Maybe what will not land you that job. But what you don't know, you don't know. Like I always say, when you don't know it, you don't know it. No matter what you do. Madam, what I'm interested in hearing from you. Okay, I've read that one. Thanks for your interesting advice. Thank you for coming. Dr. P, is the price for WSS to remain? Like I said, it's only remain as long as we want it to remain. If it doesn't remain, please, you will have to pay the price of whatever it is there. That is when you are ready to pay. Thank you for this, ma'am. My challenge is finishing the program. I started a lot of things to improve myself, but I hardly finished, both paid and free. How can I overcome this? Blessing Chijoke, here's my advice to you. Here's my advice to you. See, I don't know how old you are. But if you are in Lagos, attend the next live series by Ibukun Awoshika. What did I say? The next live series by Ibukun Awoshika. It is a quarterly event. I volunteer for her since 2019. Attend that program. You need to reset yourself. You know why I said that? When people say they start and they cannot finish, I am a bad finisher. You know, I'm a very creative person. And creatives are bad finishers. We are excited about opportunities, about new things. We are bad finishers. If I did not tell you, will you know? Guess what? You know why I always ask people to take a personality test? It highlights your strengths and your weaknesses. The moment you know your weakness, you can fix it. Have you taken WFS, Chijoke? Blessing. Have you taken WFS? In module, give me a minute. Module 5. Why do you think I said WFS is a life program? It's not a skills program. It's a life program. Because I know all the things that will not make people finish well. All the things that will not still make people get that job, despite they have skill. You see this module? It is called Developing, Planning, and Organizing Process for Personal Work Task. I teach you to organize your life, to structure it. How you create to-do lists. And I do not mean to-do list of you just go and download one template on this. I tell you practical things. There are some days I create my to-do list on WhatsApp and send it to my friend Amara. If you check my WhatsApp chat with Amara today, Amara has delivered to me today what she will do today, and I will hold her accountable. As at 3 p.m., I told her, Amara, 5 videos recorded. I am delivering. I have accountability partners. You are a bad finisher. You don't have accountability partner. One of the things we do, ask people that have been in WFS. WFS, we have assignments. We have Google Classroom. We have accountability partners. Why? Because I know people don't finish online courses. My online course finish rates, percentage of finish, completion of my online program is 90%. I did not tell you I was an educator because I was in the mouth. I'm an educator. There are 6 elements in WFS that will make you finish. You will submit assignments. They will assess it. You will have accountability partner. You will come to Sunday accountability. When I tell you, when I took this program and designed it, I designed it based on an international standard program. And I checked the price of that program, of that international standard program. It is $1,658. Like $1,007 program. And I designed it into this. You must be asking me why. iTrend Africa is a social enterprise. That's what it is. Should I decide to remove the social at the back of our enterprise, I will price this program at that, and people will pay me internationally for it. I wish I could show you there's somewhere in my inbox. I wouldn't like to show you because of the person's listing, but someone had contacted in my inbox to partner with them in the Netherlands on this program. And no, I'm not charging them $40 at all. I'm definitely not charging them $40. No, I'm not. I did not give them I've had that meeting. I did not give them $40. Then I said, I designed this for Africa. So when people tell me in Africa that, I always say, I do not believe that what will empower you and what will lead you to where you need to be. I do not believe, I'm never of that school of thought, that you should not have an investment in it. It is always about what you intend to give up, to invest in yourself. I do not believe in that school of thought. I always say, we subsidize programs. That is why I can say we subsidize by 90%. We took it from 300 that Ghanaian paid to 37 Okay, so there was a technical glitch, but I'm back. So I'm going to take other questions. I think we still have some time before it's 5 p.m. I'm going to take more questions. More questions. If I finish, my WFS is not one of those things that you not finish. The structure will make you finish. If you are wondering what that structure is, go to this informational page. Use 3 minutes. You see this informational page? Let me copy it and drop it for you again. Use 3 minutes to read it and go through. Like, how is the academy structured? I want you to go through it. Go through this page I just dropped in the comments. How is it structured? How does it support me? Apart, and I did not just tell you how the academy supports you. Then on the program in module 5, I teach you how to now build that support for yourself. Because I need your life to improve. Totally. I will now teach you how to build to-do lists for yourself that will help you finish, personal planners, create meeting agendas, organize folders for yourself. I teach you all that for your own like personal self, then the tasks you're going to do at work. Because why? You need it. You cannot want to work remotely internationally and not have personal planners and to-do lists. You will fail at the job. Every morning while I was working at UN Life, me and my boss who was in India, we will have morning meetings where we'll say our priorities for today are to do this for the days are, and we'll structure how we work for the day and deliver. Many people always say they want to work remotely because they think it is easier work. It is not easier work. It is flexible work. I used to start work, I will start working at 7 a.m. and sometimes I don't close till 9 p.m. Of me, yeah, the person people do you understand? And I will not come to that meeting the following day. I come and be yanning. It was raining in Lagos. That's why I did not get to work. It is because my it has connected back. I don't know why MTN is deciding to. We should end this. MTN say we should end this meeting because this one that is logging us out and in. I don't know why this is so. So let me. So I was talking about module 7. You see the module 7. Last lesson in module 7 is remote work in cross-cultural teams, cultural nuances. I teach you the kind of things to expect when you are working in such a group. That's the last lesson on that WFS. Even if I say so myself, I built a masterpiece of a program. The videos you said were free, were in, I said they were all locked. They are not locked. Has anybody clicked on the link I dropped in this comment section? Has anybody clicked on this free link that this thing, the module 1, all the lessons in module 1, the course is not free. It is the lessons in module 1, the clarity, the videos I said was free, it's not locked, it's free. If you click on, let me click on it. You see this lesson? Let me click on it now. It is not locked. If you are clicking on free workplace foundational skills on our website, click on it. It is not locked. I can click on it right now.
the Workplace Foundational Skills Program.
Sure, you see, it is not locked. It is completely open. It is module 2 to module 7. You will pay money to access. Do you understand me? It is not locked. It's opening. Can you see? People are telling you that it is opening. So it is not locked. Go and check your network. Huh? It is not. So I'm going to pause it so that I can take other people's question. It is not locked. How do I help beginners? Please take the WFS. This WFS I'm talking about. It is for I have 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. Go to the page, Joy, who have taken WFS and have gotten skilled enough to it. Like they have not gone to university. When I tested this curriculum, I tested it on 9 demographics. What does that mean? Teenager, undergraduates, recent graduates, NYSC, someone that is in a job, starting a job, someone that is in an entrepreneur, an artisan, electrician, what are they calling it? A woman that is a stay-at-home mom. I tested it on someone who has had a BSc and master's, who has been at home for 8 years. I did 3 years of testing curriculum on different people. It works for all of them. 3 years. Which is why I say you cannot find my course anywhere else. So because somebody can decide to duplicate, I think they're duplicating it. They don't have the wealth of experience I have because I studied the problem of the people that have the problem before I built what I built. So please, how do I get confident about myself like this? Like I said, please, my advice to you will be GOP if you're an experienced professional, because confidence is built because of what you know. Confidence is built because of what you know. It gives you a different level of confidence. I have been receiving your mails, but I've never given your session a try till today, and I'm glad I did. Thanks. You're welcome. I was in the technical skill somebody else, and again, I can boldly say I'm glad I found you. I'm confident that I'm in the right place, which I found you earlier, though. Everybody always says that. How am I just finding you? Like, I get that a lot. After joining WFS and then this soft skill, how do we implement? How do we start working on them practically? I said in my program, you will do assignments. Wait, let me show you something. Hey, you will not wait to finish my program to implement. It does not happen. You implement on my program. I'm not one of those teachers that will teach you how to create an email. In the academy, you will create an email and send an email to me. In the like the method that we use in teaching at the academy is called immersion. Google it. It's the best form of learning in the world. Immersion form of learning. Go and Google it. Immersion what? Form of learning. Google it. Again, remember I'm an educator. What did I call it? Immersion form of learning. Meaning you learn, you do. You learn, you do. You don't store knowledge. It is a skills program. When you store it, what did you do? You did not gain. You learn, you do. That is what we do here. Now I said, just give me a minute. Let me share something with you. So you have a quick understanding of what I'm talking about, the way this program academy is structured. I don't do WhatsApp posts. At least you are seeing what we do when it comes to learning. I don't do WhatsApp posts. And I don't do submit your assignment on Telegram. What's that? Or I don't even do a program that you don't have assignments. You have assignments. You are coming back to school to learn. This is our Google Classroom. For each program we have, there's a Google Classroom. And students submit assignments in Google Classroom. When they do onboarding session, we put their replay there. Curriculum is there. Their schedule is there. What do you think schedule is? I will show you in a bit. Community meetings that they have on Sunday to solve challenges is there. You see module 1 of WFS. How many assignments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will do 2, 3 lessons, you will have assignments. You must submit. You think it's joke? Let me show you how we are grading. When I tell you, It is not where you will come. You will say, I finished, I learned. It is, I finished, my life changed. You are seeing people, they will submit assignments. They did it, done. It was late. Missing, they delivered. Because why? We have an online assessor that we even mark it and return it to them. You think you have never put me anywhere. You have never. My kind of academy does not exist. It doesn't exist. I intentionally built it because, like I said, I know all the problems. People don't finish online courses. People don't deliver this thing. They end up learning, but they don't implement. I know all the. It's, I always now say it is only if you now choose to say, I want to prove this woman wrong, I will not do the course. Then that is your own problem. That is your problem, not mine. But the structure is built to let you learn and implement. If I watch the free now, there's no point in me explaining. Watch the free. The free that I asked you to watch. On the free, you will submit 3 assignments. On the free. Is it? Yes. Over, I don't even know. The last time I checked, I know nothing less than 50 people have paid for us for August batch. People are enrolling already. Like, people are enrolling in the academy every day. Every single day. People enroll and wait till the next batch starts. Okay? Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm in the academia, but I'm sure I don't have passion. I want to transition. I'm attending from Gabon. Welcome. I already joined you, Pima. Okay, great. Ola, Israel. Your confidence. The question is, do you know what you know in your job? Do you know what you know in your job? If you know what you know, I'll probably ask you to, because sometimes people's confidence, I always say it, when people lack confidence, they are not certain of what they know. I'm not joking. When people lack confidence, they are not certain about what they know. They may know it, but they are not certain about what they know. That is what happens. You want to transition from academia. I don't know what your name is. I transitioned from academia into this, like I just, in 2019, 2020, I was teaching at the university, but as I knew I had not finished 1 year. I knew, no. My calling is to teach, but not really in the academic space. I've always wanted to teach. I'm that person that wanted to teach since the beginning. Like I wanted to teach adults in Africa. I knew that one for certain. But I was thinking maybe I should go and teach at the university. Then I decided, I said, no, I want to teach, but I want to teach things that can change people's lives. Do you understand me? Oh, your first time joining. Please go and take Blessing Chijoke. Go and take that clarity, this thing, that module. Take it. Okay, people can hear me. Please, is it possible to pay for the BFS? Yes, you can pay now. Moina, please drop the, what's that message that people always used to pay? Moina, please drop that, whether it is bank transfer or that other one where people can pay, or they should just go to the informational page. You can pay from there. This program is an eye-opener for those on job transition. Thanks. You are welcome. When is the transition? The training starts in August 1 for the WFS, August 1. Are there provisions for in-house training for organizations using custom-based tools for remote jobs? Please, I don't understand. Are there provisions for in-house training for organizations using custom-based tools? Please, can you rephrase your question? Are you trying to ask if we train organizations, as in we train for organizations? Is that what you're trying to ask? find people. Do we train for organizations? Yes, have pages like that for organizations, but then we charge them for whoever the number of people that they are training, and they have for that. You can just chat if you like to train for your organization in or virtually. That is on Saturday for the global starting with the technical skills. I was on board to ask that it's a non-foundation way. That's for this. If you you can learn on phone. There are some tools we teach you that you cannot do it on phone. Something give me. So I was going to say, where is that? Okay, this is this thing. So I was saying that please contact us for in-person this thing if that is what you need. And I was saying that there are some things you can learn on phone. There are some things you can learn on phone. Now you can learn everything on phone, but they are not like at least over 60% of the assignments you can delete. In fact, even 70%, but 30% of it you may not be able to do it on phone. My phone died earlier, so I've missed some of the information. The website to pay for both programs. Please, Muina has dropped the website. Muina Abdulhamid Giwa is asking for website to pay. Please, Muina has dropped it, got it. Okay, fantastic. So please, are there any more questions that has to do with clarity that you will need me to address before I go? Are there any questions? Are there any questions that have to do with clarity that you need me to address? So Blessing, please go and take this particular module I'm showing you. Module 2 for your personality, lesson 2, module 1 of the program. Go and take it. It will take you about 1 hour to take it. Please go and take it. Don't jump on the next available technical skill because you think it's raining. You would waste your time. I can guarantee you that one. Because you finish taking it and you realize that it is not your calling. Then you jump on another one and another one and another one. Then you'll be tired and say, I'm not doing it again. That's what happens with people. I said it, Blessing. I answered that question of if all can be done on phone. I answered this clearly. How many of you heard me what I replied to when I was answering that question? What did I say about that question of phone or no phone? How many people heard my reply? Blessing, I replied clearly. I said you can learn on phone, but you cannot implement everything on phone. I clearly said 70% can be implemented on phone. Not all can be implemented on phone. I've repeated myself. Batch 4 is starting August 1, not July 1. August 1, not July 1. Please, everybody, it does not matter whether you are transitioning, you are starting, you are beginning, you need WFS. Standard. It is the technical skill that now differs. Oh, I want to transition into projects management. I want to transition. That is the one that is now different for people that now say, I need to take a personality test to determine what I'm transitioning into. But you see the foundational course. This one here, standard. Like standard. Everybody needs it. It does not matter whether you are transitioning or you are still working on your job. I want you to probably just go to the informational page, read through, or go to iTrain Africa Google review page. Read through what people have said, like different people's situation. Blessing is in a job. She said on her job, she has never had confidence. Why? Because she was not even certain of what she was doing right or wrong. Then she used it to brush up her rustiness. And she said to me, she said, "Ma'am, for the first time since I started working with my current director in the last 1 year, I prepared a document for her and she told me, Blessing, no errors. Whatever it is you did is showing in you." For someone that is working, she's based in Morocco. Yeah, Blessing is based in Morocco. For Sandra was like, "Oh my, I used it to design my husband's CV and also to stop keeping my business record on paper. I now keep my business record on Google Sheets." So she used it for her business and this thing. Blessing used it to design CV from someone and she collected money. So people's, like, I think it's Madam Unse here. Madam Unse is 56. Or is it, no, Madam Grace or Olaguju. She's 52. She joined batch 2. She said she was in Canada and she used the knowledge she just learned to help her brother-in-law set up his letterhead paper and flyers for his new business. Like I said, because it's a bit of different things from everywhere that you will need in different walks of life. People have used it for different things. Different things. There is a lesson that is in self-selling, module 6 self-selling. That particular lesson, I ensured it was towards the end so that, why? All those CV and cover letter, do you know how much I ordinarily would charge for it? I gave it as a bonus in that module, like a sample of the CV and the cover letter I used to get my international jobs. Which I say, if I take this program to 500,000 naira today, people will pay me for it because it is worth it. So you need WFS. What you now need after WFS is dependent on your personality and where you want to go career-wise. You need WFS. It doesn't matter what you do or what stage of life you are in. On the remote position, since there are different time zones, how can a nocturnal person manage their productivity time as a Nigerian working with a team in the US? You have to sleep. You have to sleep. I know a lot of people who start to work at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. They are working in the US time-based zone. Kindly, when I was working at UN Live, I just told you my experience. What I did first was to have, you are just working in one time zone. I was working with people across 6 time zones. Do you get me? So I had this tab on my workstation where I add time converter, meaning should I want to contact a facilitator in Alaska, I need to know what time she is. Look, remote work is not easier work. It is cerebral work. Cerebral work. So if you're a nocturnal person, trust me, you see structure module number 5 will help you plan your personal life to ensure that you can plan adequately for how you deliver work. Number 2, you know what? Like, join WFS, all this explanation, you might not understand. Like, there is a personal planner I gave them on WFS that helps you schedule your time. Like, on my personal planner, when I was doing courses and doing all these things, and I always tell people, Busy Rich Meal. The question, the difference between me and someone that is always claiming this is what? Is calendar. I have planned my calendar. Hey. I break down my calendar from yearly goals to quarterly goals, to monthly goals, to weekly goals, to daily goals. If your challenge in this place is how to set goals and break it down, go to our website. There is a goal setting workshop I taught in December. Go and pick it up. It's a 2 hours workshop. If your problem is annual, like breaking down goals into from big to, as in setting goals and breaking it down goals from I want to get employed at the end of the year to now breaking down to I want to have taken this thing. Like how you break down goals from big goals to sizable bits into what you can implement. Go to itrainafrica.com under courses. You will see goal setting workshop 2024. You can pick it up. It does not have support. It's just a 2 hours workshop you can watch and implement yourself. So please, I always tell people there's nothing you cannot do. When I was working at UN Life, that I was 37 weeks pregnant. Huh? I defended my PhD on a Monday. They reached out to me on a Friday. My thesis is this high, and I read it over the weekend. 37 weeks pregnant. I was running iTrain Africa. So when people tell me I have this, I have that, I always think about you. And I have family, I have husband, I have children. So I have all that, and I did the job excellently. So I don't even want, whenever people tell me, I say, your structure, how you structure your life determines what you deliver on it. That is what I believe. You can totally structure yourself to deliver efficiently on your job. Your productivity. You need to incorporate personal planners, to-do lists, Gantt charts to help you increase your productivity. The courses on your website is the same for August. See, there are several courses on our website, several courses. Website has several courses. You cannot say the courses are it's not all our courses that is starting August 1 now. We have over 10 courses. You should not ask which of the courses started. Workplace Foundational Skills Program is what is starting August 1. This one, can you see this one? No, not this one, sorry. The Remote Workers Program is what is starting August 1. This one is starting August 1. And you will see it once you go to our website, Remote Workers Program. Can you see it? It's starting August 1. These are the times of the workshop. Aisha, please put the enrollment is open at the upper part of that thing. I don't know why it's not there. Enrollment is open. That should be the first picture after the testimonials. I don't know why it's not there. Aisha, please edit this page to include that picture of enrollment is open at the top. I don't know why it's not there. It's typically there. So, yeah. So is the remote workers course. I don't know why that enrollment is open. Aisha, were you the one that removed it? Because I know I left that in there. That enrollment is open to batch 4. Were you the one that removed it? Yes, now. On that informational page. And I can still see this other one that is there. The one for the thing that has closed. How come it's still there? Please remove it. The informational page. And all the places you have image of the remote workers program, put the enrollment is open this thing. I'm wondering how it's not on this page. No wonder people have been asking us if enrollment is open. Enrollment is open into the program. Enrollment is open into the program. Please make sure it is on at least 3 pages on that page with the countdown. Okay? As in right after that CME's testimony, I just put the enrollment is open, and that text we always put for enrollment is open, registration, blah, 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 put it there. So are there any more questions? We should post link. Okay, is this session recorded? Yes, it's on our YouTube page, iTrain Africa. The link for setting goals. So anytime you are trying to get anything on our website, just go to courses. Courses. You see this thing, goal setting workshop. That is it there. Muina, I thought this thing was leading to seller. The goal setting workshop. It is leading to Paystack. Huh? The goal setting workshop is leading to Paystack, not to seller. Like, where is the sales page for this thing? You know what? Let me just go to seller and find that goal setting workshop for you. Aisha, please drop that goal setting workshop link in my listing. This thing should take you to seller, not where it is currently taking you to. Should take you to seller. Like, seller means the place where you can pay for the program. It's currently taking you to like log in as if you've paid, but you won't have username and password. So you need to first take it to where you are going to pay before it can take you to that page. Okay. So or you can just go to our seller store. Have you posted the link for me? Is on what? On the group. So if there are no more questions, it's already 5 p.m. We'll just post the link to this goal setting and I'll just send all the. And if people all get jobs, connect immediately. Hello, madam. My question are, can 50 plus get jobs connect? Madam, did you join this session late? You will need to watch the replay. I said, don't ask me questions such as, can I get a job? The question should be, what skills do I have to get a job? Because your age is not the problem. Your age is not the problem. Your age is never a problem. Is do you have the skills that can do the job? If it is that you are trying to apply for a global opportunity, you are trying to apply, get into an innovation lab, all those grants, I will say, oh, they will say 35. But in terms of job, no. You must have the skills. That is what they are looking for. I have 56 years old on my WFS, 56. Madam Unse that I was talking about, she's 56. Mr. Aliu is 57. So I have 50-something-year-olds on my program. Okay, you dropped the goal setting workshop. So she has dropped the goal setting workshop. In the absence of question, I absolutely need to go. So just go to our or if you need the replay, if you cannot go to our iTrain Africa YouTube, we will post it on our WhatsApp stories and she will post it in the WhatsApp communities, the replay of this session, so you can watch it anytime you like. Thank you so much for joining me on this clarity session. And I really, really hope you took some clarity home. And I hope you took some clarity home. And I really hope that you implement, because no matter how many hours you use in sitting here, listening to me, your life only changes when you move. Moving means taking the information you have, working on that information to change your status quo. I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a coach. I am an educator. And I will tell you as it is. Nobody's life changes until they learn, they implement. Learning alone without implementation makes you a library. You will just be gathering dust like library, gathering knowledge. Your head will be full. Nothing will change in the life. Nothing. It is implementation. When people say you are succeeding at this, I said, I am a sharp implementer. if I gain knowledge today, I've implemented today. That is the difference between people that succeed and people that don't really do so well. Implementation, it is not for knowledge sometimes. It is for lack of implementation. Don't just say, I've listened to her today. Oh, I'm fired up, I'm motivated. Tomorrow you continue your regular day life. What are you going to do to change it? Is what I'm asking you. On that note, you can unmute yourself if you wish to and say your bye-byes and good nights. And I hope that I am able to do this again next month. See ya.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
We appreciate
Bye, Dr. A.
We appreciate you so much.
Thank
I'm
you so
glad that-
much. It's worth
Very
the
much.
time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
That's
so much.
I'm grateful to
It's
meet
really
you.
worth the time. We are really
Thanks so very
grateful.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. May Allah reward you handsomely.